Well, we are back. Hello, fam. Hello, 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 hello. So, oh, I should plug in my microphone. Hold on. Let me get my mic. Okay, check, 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 check. I know this thing a little rickety, but whatever. We are here. We are queer. We are back. We are black. Looking like a snack. Ow, that's me. Yes, 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 that's me. So, hello, 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 hello. Well, I know it's been a minute, and I just want to talk about something right off the bat. My hair got stuck to the shit. Okay, right off the bat is I know it says I'm gonna be uploading on Fridays, and I am this year because it's a new year. What you saw the last couple of weeks was different. I will see y'all once a week at least. Um, Getting set up. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a new year, new me, new Fridays. Getting into it. I got my little setup. It's gonna be changing because, if you expect anything to be constant in this motherfucker, except uploading videos. Yeah. So on that note, this is Chaz Chats. Please get into it. I am excited to be back here. I'm excited to be back in this new seat. The last thing I saw was the Renaissance film, which I definitely want to get more into. I have some amazing things. I have some merchandise also. So please, check out my website, wakeupsissy.com. Also, please check out chasm.com as well. I have been working, I have been launching events, I have been doing the goddamn thing. Yes, I have. Let me tell you, I have been doing the goddamn thing. In January, it's gonna be amazing because this month I am launching the Mousetrap. So, Mouse, he has my first event. It's gonna be at Green Lantern as well. I'm really super excited for that. I'm gonna be teaching rope. I'm gonna be teaching boundaries. I'm gonna be teaching how to build connections, and then it's also gonna be a skill share. So if you know rope, you may know more than me, which is great. Come share. If you know less than me, come learn. If you don't know anything, come enjoy. It's gonna be a great space. There's a bar. It's gonna be a Green Lantern. I'm excited to be partnering with them. It's gonna be every second Wednesday, so I have something lined up every month for this whole year already. Look at that, I am really on a roll already. I have another event called The Little Gathering. Yes, it's my own gathering. It's my black, brown, indigenous gathering. I'm excited. Let's all get together and gather. If you don't know what a fairy gathering is, well, they're pretty. Well, gatherings are gatherings are legendary in the community. They happen yearly, often, and whenever you can get them. But I won't go more in detail about them. I'll make that a little later. But basically, this gathering is for the DC gays, for the DC fairies, for the DC queens, for the DC queers, for the DC ladies, for the DC femmes, for the DC men's, who all are fairies, who all identify as fairies, who all want to be fairies, who all just are interested. We're going to gather, do some check-ins, have a movie night. I have one of my favorite movies that I've been wanting to watch for a while. I haven't seen this movie actually in years. I actually don't even know how scary it is, so it could be fucking really scary. But it's called Leprechaun in the Hood. I'm excited to watch it with us also. Also at the same time, if you aren't a scary movie person, that's okay, because in the same time, in the same vein, in the same space, but not the same room because the space is big, you can also enjoy rope if you want to. You can also just be hanging out, listening to music, play games, hang out with friends, snacks, tunes, hang out, play guitar, smoke, jam, just connect, be fairy, be gay, be queer, do shit, pick a hobby. Get a new fucking hobby that night. Do something, make a friend that night. Fucking gather. Oh my god, what if we just did that? Listen, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Also, for my safety and sanity and covering all my bases, after the scary movie, I will be putting on some nice, a fun film. So there will be like a second little feature as well. So if you don't want to watch a scary movie, I'm gonna start a scary movie probably early in the evening. Right away, ish. So then we can get to the scary, not scary stuff. Because I know some people aren't fan of scary movies, but I still want them to enjoy the movie theater. So I'm thinking about y'all. Okay, so on that note, yeah, I have too much other stuff going on. I don't want to make this video too long though, but I could go on forever about the shit that I'm doing because, oh Jesus, looking at that whiteboard, it's a lot. So on that note, what this video is about is the fact that I myself am not from DC. I am not a Washingtonian. Although I have made an excellent life here, an excellent living, it is definitely my home. It has definitely made me who I am. I definitely have learned so much. I am not born here. I am not one of these girls. I'm a swamp queen. Okay. I am from Florida. So yes, so I'm excited. So I was impediment came out. I was born and raised in Florida. So that happened just now. Anyways, I was born and raised in Florida. June 28, 1991. I was in Fort Myers, Florida. So emphasis. So here's the thing. This is Florida. This is Florida. And I was born in Fort Myers, which is like this little side here. Like if this is Miami, I'm right here. Right? Boom. So that's like Fort Myers area. Oh, if you know where the big hurricane came. Oh, well, so these are hurricanes. This is Florida. They just come through. Anyways, a hurricane generally comes through Florida. Our eyes are watching God. Always. Anyways, so Florida is also known as the Limp Dick of America. It's a huge thumbs down in general, except if you're on this side, which is called Miami and Fort Lauderdale. That's a great place. But other than that, Florida is generally a thumbs down state. So I got the fuck out. So anyways, well, that's not typically true comparing it to DC, which is a thumbs up state. I like DC a lot. It's why I'm living here now and why I want to stay. But the differences between the two were fucking wild when I first got here. Let me tell you. Florida has southern charm. Southern hospitality is a real thing. I only really read about it. I only experienced it. I just lived my life and didn't. I was just southern. I was just me. I was just southern. And then I get to the city. The first few weeks I was like, wow, these people are really fucking mean. Everybody's rude. Y'all don't say excuse me. Y'all don't say hello. Y'all don't say goodbye. Y'all say how are you, and then you keep moving. Oh my god, first traumatic week. 2 traumatic stories happened in a week that was just kind of like, I am too green for the space. Get it together, Jasmine. This whole place is the hood. Be on hood alert everywhere. It may look pretty. It was. Someone's backing into a parking spot and the bitch needed help. Literally, the nigga was struggling, like going, and I'm like, oh my god, I got you, friend. I see you can fit into the spot, but you just need a little help, a little guidance. I got you, no worries. I stop, wave at him, I start helping him direct. He rolls down the window, and I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna make this easy. We're gonna make a little chat out of it. He was like, I know what the hell I'm doing. I don't need no help. I'm good. And then the girl sitting next to him just kind of like, I was like, bitch, you didn't even think trying to help him? I'm just like, what? I just like, I'm just like so gagged. I just like literally just like walk away because I'm like, what just happened? Now, mind you, okay. The second thing is, I am gullible. Oh, I am gullible. I'm really, 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 really gullible. It is bad. It is bad. I have a really soft heart and I'm empathetic. Ooh, ooh. So, my first, I was in the McDonald's by Howard, and I'm sitting there, and this guy comes up to me, and he starts telling me his life story. And then he asks that he needs some food. I'm like, yes, of course. Mind you, I'm broke. But this guy just tugged on my heartstring. He got me. I give him some food. We chatting. Next thing you know, tell him about, anything. I'm friendly, but not that friendly. So I'm just like, okay, thank you, sir. I heard the story. You got food. You can move on. Not literally, like, I need help too, nigga. This nigga started telling the same story to the next nigga and get food. And then I sit there and proceed and eat my food and watch a little short story or something on my phone because I'm just bored at this point. And, which is not a bad thing. And I'm just started watching him. And he used to go around telling everybody the same story. Getting food. I'm just like, I respect the hustle. I will not get played again, my nigga. I will not get played again. I respect your hustle. Cause you was getting money and you was getting food. But I will not get played again. My nigga. Oh my God. Oh my God. My heart. I was shook. I was so shook. I didn't it's been 7 years. I'm still like I still see that nigga around sometimes. Actually, I haven't seen him in a while, but I did see him for years and years afterwards. And he'd come into the same store and I'd be like, nigga, come about your business. Have a good day. Sometimes I give him $1 or $2 also because he was hustling. So was I. Nigga got me real good. Ooh, cha. Okay. Now, as far as culture goes, black culture in Florida was my family. It was like my family and like a sprinkle about was like a couple friends. Besides that, that was my black culture. In my neighborhood, of course, but like my neighborhood felt like all of my family. Like if you were from my neighborhood, you pretty much was my cousin. And I don't say that lightly, but like my family is huge in Florida. Like massive. Like my mom's side, we have a nice, quaint size family. My grandmother had, 3 daughters, and they each had kids who had kids, and then such and such. Well, my dad's side is massive. We have cousins and cousins and cousins from Carter. All right, yeah, that was the culture I knew. So I knew black culture, but it's through my family and my friends and the neighborhood we grew up in. Really, it was really a sector of Fort Myers. DC is black AF. It's black culture everywhere. Black. But it's now been gentrified, so it's kind of weird. Like, I remember when I first got here, I was so enthralled with how many black people I saw every single day. Like, it was kind of crazy how I realized that I was in this place where I was really the only black person. And it took moving to DC to see so many black people around me every single day to be like, whoa, I was really sheltered. I was really in a different space. Like, whoa, like, I hate to be that person, but there's a nigga, there's another nigga. Oh my God, there's niggas everywhere. Wow. And then I went by Howard and I was like, what? Oh, my Lanta, it was all gravy. It was all Gucci. And so being here, being able to just be amongst so many black people, be amongst people, along like myself, has been nourishing, and it's really made me who I am. It's why one reason I don't want to leave DC, and if I go somewhere, it'd be like New Orleans, because that I wouldn't have the hair that I have now. I wouldn't be the artist that I am now. I can say that I was a very whitewashed person in Florida, even with the groups of friends I had, and even as radical liberal I was, I could not be myself because I couldn't see myself in the people around me. And that's really fucking impactful as a person. So, hello. Okay, hello. So, that's that. I had a little brain fart. I ain't gonna go much into it. But we're moving on though. So, yeah, DC, Florida, huge difference. But I mean, that's just how it is. Weather-wise, that's just the thing. The weather in DC is wild because Florida's nice. Every single day, you could expect showers maybe between like 3 and 5. And with that, we got hurricanes. Our seasons were much different. We had like hurricane season, which is the most obvious. But with that also comes mosquito season, which happens during the summer. We have snowbird season, which happens during the winter, when it's winter up north, and all the old people around the world, where it's cold, come and vacation and live where it's best year round. That's just the thing. We have different seasons down south. You know, it's the U.S. Caribbean, as some would say. You know, it's different down there, right? So, as a person who grew up with it never really getting below 65 degrees, 70, winter like 40, 30s. One time it was 17. That was wild. But it was one day. I don't even remember how years ago. It was too long to even remember. So, right? You know, and I had my experiences of seeing snow growing up. You know, I'm cultured. I travel. Let's just get it going. So, coming to DC, I really experienced all of the seasons. And I moved here in the fall, which was probably my favorite and most beautiful because I realized I could wear layers. And for a moment, I was like, I'm recording. I was like, I could wear layers and not sweat. Oh my god, it was not just wearing layers. The air was crisp, right? It was decent. And mind you, this makes a difference when you're living in a place where it's just like visiting at like for a week or two. So I was actually getting really acclimated, and then shit changed because somehow in December I went from being the swamp queen down in Florida to being this weird swamp nigga in DC, because DC is also a swamp. Yes, people don't realize the nation's capital is built in a fucking swamp. Oh yes, a swamp up north, no less. So it gets humid, it gets cold, but guess what happens during the winter? That's when the rainy season starts. Yes. Oh my god. It is 17 degrees outside. It is 14 degrees outside. Sometimes it's snowing. Usually, probably not. Actually, on the other side, it's probably not. It's probably just ice. And if anything, it's 50 degrees out, wet and raining. 40 degrees out, wet and raining. And then at night, it's all going to freeze. and then in the morning it's going to melt. And it's gonna sound like it's raining all day, but it won't be. It'll just be ice melting. You can't get acclimated to this weather because people who even live here are trying to get acclimated to what this weather is happening. Spring, great. Shit comes back to life, but then we get bugs. Last year, a couple years ago, we had like a locust infestation. They had some plague ass shit be happening up north. I don't. It's why there's so many bugs everywhere, coming like a swarm. What? What the fuck is happening? Nonetheless, there are differences. There are quite differences. Florida music scene. I'm accustomed to, like, in my little town of Fort Myers, we have our little local scene. I love music scene, I rap scene. But also, I'm a Florida trap person. I love trap music. I love southern trap. I love trap music. And I love house music, especially, the Miami vibes. Yes, Oliver Holdens, if you're a big DJ fan or house nightlife fan also. So, the mix between the two, the reggaeton, of course, also the Florida's Caribbean, the music scene it's a distinct sound down south. Yes, so I grew up with that, and it's been nice and enjoyable. But coming up north, the music scene is vastly different, and it's expansive as fuck. And honestly, I love it. One of the roots of the music scene here in DC is go-go music, and I am a huge go-go music fan. I enjoy go-go music. I don't know if I would say a fan. I am a fan of go-go music. I enjoy go-go music. When it's on, I dance. I bop to it. I don't know like go-go artists, but I know when go-go music's on, because go-go's like it's like a rhythm. It's a style. It's like a percussive beat. Yes. So with that, also jazz is huge in DC also, which has been great. They have a huge jazz scene. Jazz was really, a lot of jazz musicians came out of here also. So I'm not from DC. I don't know a lot. I've been learning. So you get my gist. Anywho, the DMV area also has a lot of great rappers and a lot of great queer rappers also. I got to work with some in Baltimore, and I've got to work with a handful. I want to work with more in DC. The thing is, DC's music scene, I feel that DC's music and art scene are completely underground because of the politics. Everything here is overshadowed by the goddamn politics. And people don't understand that there's so much happening in the city, like, that's really competing and rivaling with New York, LA, Tokyo, all of those places. But we are shut on because of the goddamn politics in the city. Like, it is so frustrating. And so you put in all of this work and work and work, and to be honest, at a certain point, we want national recognition because we deserve it, because we've been putting in the work, and because we deserve to have what's put on here, put on a spotlight that's beyond the White House. Right? So we get overlooked. We have little things happening. People are starting to really pick up that things are happening here, but it's slow roading. I feel like it's like marinating, and I feel that this year, next year, probably next couple of years, that DC's gonna get that one show, because it's not Housewives of Potomac, that's for sure, but that exposed people to some of the gays here. So, but I think we're gonna get that one show, that one thing that's gonna really help us pop, and put respect on the DC queer nightlife as a whole. And so that's what they are. In Florida, y'all y'all be safe. Yes. Y'all be safe. Okay. Now, gentrification, Florida. That happens. I don't know how much to sort of talk about that. Like, it's been happening. It's even like the gentrification from. I didn't grow up with gentrification because I grew up like really like maybe it was maybe the white area just white. it was they were the gentrifiers. Ooh, so coming to DC and actively seeing gentrification happen and being part of areas that have been heavily gentrified to the point where the locals find them unrecognizable. And then as I sit in these areas and I learn more about the area that I'm in and realize that it is not what it seems. And the good, the bad, and all the beautiful ways also, it is not what it seems because it's been gentrified. Gentrification is a fucking facade to a lot of a degree also. So, because, oh Jesus. But it's a to further my point, it's really a facade of a rich black history that DC has. A lot of the neighborhoods, a lot of the culture, a lot of the people they're still here, but it's now harder to find them because a lot of the buildings or things have either been rebranded, rediscovered, restructured, relocated, to the point where they're unrecognizable or unseen. And so as you meet people who live here, have been here for years, and you get more of the stories, you realize what that building used to be. You realize what that neighborhood really was like a while ago. You realize what that party name really was. You start learning more about the culture, hearing about the roots and the history of it, and you start seeing the gentrification, what the facade actually was, and what it's hiding. It really is that culture, that rich black culture, that chocolate city. So yeah, it's real. And further my point also, it's happening even in Florida. Even with family that I'm friends with on Facebook, I'm starting to see how people are getting priced out of their homes and moved out and getting moved out into parts of the different neighborhoods, into like Lehigh and Riverdale and things like that. And that same things happened in Southeast here a long time ago. And it definitely happened down in the Shaw neighborhood in Logan Circle and down in the waterfront. So while gentrification can look different, it affects people the same, of course. So what else? I took notes, you know me. Oh my God. So food, I grew up very privileged food wise in Florida because I had access to a lot of different things. One of them was just simply having a farm. Shout out to Buckingham Farms. Shout out to Publix. Shout out to places that had just nice, fresh, sustainable food. I don't even care about being cheap. Fuck it being cheap at this point. Just it being healthy and sustainable. Like, I never thought I would be privileged the fact that I could go pick up eggs off the ground from a farm. That was normal. Or fruits, tomatoes, all the things, right? All just fruits and veggies, like things, right? Never really. Coming to DC, I remember I would always be looking at the city, and for some reason I felt like the city would just like stop, and I just see like greenery, and then like there wasn't the arboretum, some like set up, but I just see like the city would just stop, and you just have like nature just start, right? And I was wrong. I can't just go walk around the adventure to find an orange tree or apple tree. Not that they can eat an orange right now, but like right, like a starfruit tree, like things that I thought were normal, but then I realized, I sound a little Caribbean, or like I'm from Florida. Because I developed gastritis here because the food was so bad. I'm pretty sure, well, not food was so bad. my gastritis got worse. I developed gastritis in jail, but that is a different story. But anyways, it got worse when I was in DC because of the processed food and my eating habits. I didn't eat at home as often as I did in Florida. I wasn't making bread. I didn't want to have my whole kitchen set up, right? You know, I wasn't trying to be Julia Childs and cooking from her recipe every single day because I thought my life was going in a different direction. So my eating habits changed, and with that, so did my health. And my surroundings did not help because when I talk about food deserts and food swamps and all those things, yeah, it's hard. Like, I've lived in every single quadrant in DC so far. It I feel like my diet has reflected that also because Lord Jesus Holy Christ, living in Southeast and Northeast was actually nice. I was next to two different grocery stores. It was nice, fine. Southeast was hard. But if you went to across that river, they tell you are in straight Niggerville. They say that is the actual chocolate city. They said that's dark chocolate city. We ain't going over there. We're gonna make it darker, the better, sweeter, the juice. Leave it alone. They do stuff over there, but it's really close to the bridge. But if they're gonna do stuff over there, it's gonna be really close to the bridge. That's all I gotta say. They're not trying to go too deep into the Southeast, and that means they ain't trying to put enough food in there. It's hard. It's a hard knock life out there. I was there for a couple years, let me tell you. I cooked the most, probably, to be honest. It was grateful, but like, grocery shopping was, I barely remember how I even went grocery shopping. This went to the store somehow, but like, you find a little bodega that has a meat and a veggie somewhere in that, and you go for it. It's not really a bodega. It's kind of like a mix of a corner store and some off-brand supermarket. I just miss a blue store every now and then. I just miss a good corner store. They have those though, but they're weird. And I'm in Northwest now, so I have the luxury of having food all around me. But they're all restaurants. Whole Foods, of course, and the grocery stores here are expensive. It's just wild. Food now is expensive in general, so never mind. So I can tell you, culture-wise, I had never had shrimp and grits, so I moved up north. I had heard of it. I know I heard of it. Had I known anyone to ever make it? No. No one in my family ever made shrimp and grits. That was not a thing I grew up with. I didn't know it came with like a gravy and stuff like that also. I like it. I still haven't found the dish that I like. Right? You see what I'm saying? It's a great concept so far, and I'm really for it. I haven't found the dish that's for me. So that's a goal also for myself. Maybe make shrimp and grits that I like. Yes. Also, I didn't really eat a lot of lamb in Florida. No one bought lamb. No one was like lamb chops. I mean, to be honest, I was more likely hanging out with my friends who were Brazilian who had the chicken hearts on the grill, and they were calling me Shareka, than us having lamb. So, also, if you ever had chicken hearts, they're like great little nuggets. That's so good. I promise you. Don't be freaked out. Shout out to my Brazilians. Anywho, lamb. Moved to DC. Went grocery shopping. There's a little lamb section. I think this looks a little different. I don't really remember this in Publix. Let me check it out. Bought the lamb. Went to my favorite website. Now, also, I'm a cook. I strictly go to allrecipes.com for my shit. So, of course, I went to Lamb Chops All Recipes. Did a little bit of browsing, did a little research, read it, got the texture down, go through my little comments. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it simple. I'm just sauteing real quick, so just get the texture down, see how it feels. Oh my god. When I tell you I love lamb, when the first 6 months that I was here, When I tell you I ate lamb so often, it was terrible. Oh my god. Lamb. Yeah, so also the crab here is better ish, kind of. They're more fans of seafood here. I get why, but I come from Florida, so seafood's just as popular. But like, they're like boastful about it. I'm like, I mean, I get it, the whole Old Bay thing, and y'all like, but I'm like, y'all know I come from Florida. Like, can y'all even catch crab? Do y'all even know how to crab? Do you even know how to fish? So don't. Yeah, you. I know how to catch my seafood. Is what I'm saying. Anywho, that's that. So, but nonetheless, yeah, Florida, DC. This, you know, overall, I would love to go back to Florida to visit when I can, if I can, however that works out. But nonetheless, on the whole, I am also very much glad to be a DC person now. I'm. Someone said you can't really call yourself like a DC person until you're 7 years in, which is why now I'm also making this video, because it was a DC native who told me that, and I was like, okay, I hear you. Let me wait my 7 years. Pussy Noir said that to me. So yeah, so this is me being here, getting settled. I know I've done my little work. I think I can say that, you know, between the food, culture, weather, lifestyle, music, how gentrification has affected all of us, both places, politics are both the same. Well, Florida's politics is I just I don't know if I have. Well, they're both political driven places. DC's not a state. Florida's deeply purple. Washington DC is like 95% blue. But that doesn't matter when the Democrats still suck. So what's broadcast overall is the suckiness of the politics. Or it doesn't matter the fact that Congress or Senate still is doing wild shit. Or the fact that there are people having sex in the Senate. When we do make good news, look at us. Look what we do. Nonetheless, okay. If I were you, I would make sure you subscribe to my channel, check me out, show me some love, check me out on Twitter, check me out on the Fans of Only, check me out on Patreon, check me out. If there is a platform, please just type in Jasmine Sonique or House of Sonique. I'm probably there. You can even Google me. You can even just like, I don't know, ask Siri. I don't know. I don't know what she's gonna do. Is this background cute? Also, I worked hard on it. Okay. All right. This has been great. Check me out. It's been cute. Yeah, I got things going on. I'm excited. Thank you for hanging out with me. Overall, I am excited to be out of Florida, be settled into DC, settled into my home, and back with you all. Happy New Year. It's going a great one. And thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe. Please.